Okay.
Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS, the Place and Bullshit Podcast. I'm your host, Cody, PS and Bible. Host here is...
Andrew Reedus double is.
Yes, and we're here for episode 105.
105, 105, 105. Cinco. Well, no, that's just five, but...
Cinco and then whatever.
Centento. Oh my gosh, my 2 semesters of college Spanish every day did not help. So there goes that $2,000.
However, the equivalent price of those 2 classes were.
Yeah, it's probably way off the market. It's probably a little bit more than that, but
For just 2 classes?
Well, they were 6 credit courses, both of those. So wait a minute, it actually might have been a whole lot more than that. Whoops. But did I have to pay a dime for it? Nope.
Oh well.
Gotta thank the scholarships, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Well, yeah. And then I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we got the ambiance going on right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, when you come over here, which context for people, Cody's coming over to San Diego during Comic-Con. I feel like we should do an ambience, like go to like a restaurant near San Diego and just kind of record a neat episode where there's like some light. But we need somebody to edit that though.
It's gonna be like
with the bars.
It's gonna be really fancy, you know. It's like, you know, you got those like exterior bar shots, and you got like people in the background, they're murmuring and stuff, and we're just sitting there at a table, like, yeah, PSBS, what's going on this week in video game news? Like, it's all just, like,
yeah, sure, and it'll be a video episode.
Fancy.
I'll get like a little pod for my iPhone 10, and then we'll just record it in 4K, and it'll look all nice.
You got enough space to record an hour in 4K?
The phone's sick. Well, unless I delete everything. I mean, it's a 64 gig phone.
Yeah, because we got to do a video podcast, but we got to work out the semantics of that before we do that.
I'll have to see how long I can record at 4K on my phone.
Yeah, if not, it'd be like a really short. Like, because this is in video format, we got to do really short.
I'll see.
We'll
see.
And then you're gonna have to upload that shit because it will take me like 8 weeks to upload it myself.
Oh, yeah.
While we're there at your place, because it's gonna take forever here.
Well, yeah, bring your laptop, even though it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle with the security at the airport. But yeah, bring your laptop, I guess.
Bring a laptop.
I don't know if you want.
You got a laptop, right?
Yeah. I do. I mean,
yeah, we just record the video and put it on your laptop, and you can upload it, and then that, and I just need a. I mean, the title card audio version, we won't need that because it will be video.
Yeah.
Because I normally make the title cards on my laptop, but we won't need a title card if it's video. So there you go.
A little thumbnail of us just like sitting down.
Like I said, it's fancy. This fancy thing with all the transitions and everything. It's gonna be great.
But I mean, I'm hoping we even have time for that. I mean, we're gonna be. Well, maybe Sunday actually. Like, since nothing much is going on, and odds are we'll probably leave early. Well, if you want. I mean, you can do whatever, but we'll see.
Now we gotta do it, man. We gotta do a video podcast at some point. We'll find time. We'll just do random videos. We'll do random videos too while at Comic-Con. Just walking around, just be like, look at this stuff. We're standing in line to play a demo. Yay.
If there are any games to play.
Something, right?
I sure hope so. Yeah, there is always something, but yeah. Just.
I mean, when I went 2011. That was my first and only year I've gone so far, and they had a couple of games. They had the Uncharted 3 multiplayer available for play. They had the Twisted Metal multiplayer for play.
That was just, but yeah, it was like I've stated, even from when I went in 2012, then into 2017. I don't know. I just feel like game developers have been kind of, well, not game developers necessarily. The big three have kind of pulled back. Nintendo's been there though. I mean, to promote the Switch.
Because I got like so much Uncharted stuff when I went to Comic-Con 2011. I got this Uncharted poster I'm staring at right now, hanging on my wall. I got the Uncharted bag thing they were handing out, and I got a little Uncharted 3 lanyard that I used forever.
No.
So I mean, at least that year, because that was the year Uncharted 3 came out. So like, you know, Sony was promoting it big time, and all the free swag and stuff.
Good year.
Huh?
Uncharted. Really missed it. Even though I have yet to play Lost Legacy.
I've owned that game since it came out. I've only played like an hour of it.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty long too. I'm sure it's great. I just yeah. I mean, it's another Naughty Dog like game technically, and I haven't even played it. And here I am, like, where's that? We'll get into that later. All right, let's dive in already. I already want to get in.
Dive in, jump right on in. Well, let's see.
I'm hoping this is not a kiddie pool size worth of news. This has got to be like an Olympic size swimming pool diving in.
Okay, let's go over some things. Here we go. We got a little possible leak thing coming out from E3. There was a report coming. Report meaning not official and all that stuff, but basically, trying to figure the exact wording in this. There's a rumor going around based on some kind of leak or whatever from Nintendo's planned press conference thingy for E3, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, their Direct or Treehouse.
Treehouse, whatever. Yeah. One of the items that's supposedly rumored to be showcased and leaked out is Fallout 3 Anniversary Edition.
Oh, gosh.
Which would mean, because, 2008 to 2018 would be 10 years since Fallout 3 came out.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
basically this rumor saying that Fallout 3 will be coming to Switch and hypothetically other consoles, because I doubt this would be just a Switch exclusive, you know?
I mean, I would sure hope so.
So we might be seeing a Fallout 3 re-release this fall for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Well, so much for replaying it on Xbox One backwards compatibility. I guess. I mean, it's neat that Fallout 3, a game people enjoy. I mean, I wonder if we're ever going to get like a New Vegas like remaster or anything like that. But then again, it is backwards compatible on Xbox One.
So it has 3 now, but
yeah, we got Fallout 3, the one that kind of catapulted Bethesda a bit. I mean, Elder Scrolls 4 did as well, but Fallout 3, was also the big step, especially for the franchise. It's a fantastic game, but it's just another re-release. Hopefully, it brings us some much-needed upgrades and all that stuff, and then I'm not sure how PC players will really benefit from this. I'm sure it'll be one of those things for PC players where it's like, oh, if you have it already, you'll get the upgrade. Kind of like Skyrim, right? The Skyrim re-release. So it's...
Yeah. I mean,
it'll be an interesting port. Yeah, it'll be interesting. The game is rather old, and it does look dated, so it does need a refresh.
Yeah, I mean, it's neat, because, of course, Fallout 3. Everybody loves Fallout 3. I love Fallout 3.
I mean, I love Fallout 3 too, yeah. It's a good game.
But yeah, I just don't know what they can do to make me want to buy and play it again, because it's like...
Yeah, I mean, it's a big time investment.
I played through the whole game. Yeah, I played through the whole game on PS3. I got the Platinum Trophy. I got all the DLC. I got all the trophies and all the DLC.
Yeah, I never got all the trophies in the DLC. I scattered brain all of them. Well, except Mothership Zeta, because it was so linear. And the first one, Operation Anchorage, I think.
Yeah. But no, I got the trophies and all of it, so it's like I played all of it. So it's not even so I don't even have the excuse of like, whoa, now I can play the DLC. I did all that. The only thing I can see probably being different is, like you said, just obviously visual upgrades, performance upgrades, all that. Possibly mod support on console, since Skyrim had it.
Well, maybe not on Switch.
Maybe not on Switch, but at least on consoles. And then the Switch version, it's like, I mean, it's cool to have Fallout 3 portable, but I don't know. It's kind of the same thing with Skyrim, where Skyrim, it was just kind of like, do I want this on Switch? Because I considered getting it on Switch. I considered it, but then I was just like, nah. And then I ultimately bought Skyrim on VR. So it was like, so I still ended up buying it again anyway, but I got it on sale on VR, so I didn't pay.
This is a really silly question, but is Fallout 4 like fully playable in VR, or is it just like a sample thing?
No, the HTC version is, I think it's the full thing.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Okay, I thought because I know there was Doom and then Skyrim, but I didn't know Fallout 4 was a full.
Yeah. Well, Doom is a separate thing. It's not just the new Doom, but in VR it is its own it's its own new campaign that's built around VR.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not just a port or whatever redo of the new Doom. It is a new campaign. Skyrim was the whole game, just in VR, and then the Fallout 4 for HTC is the whole game.
Okay.
So there you go. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I love, like I said, I'm just saying is that I love Fallout 3, and I just don't know what they can do to get me to buy it again. You know, because I mean, the only thing would be like, oh, well, if I get it, it's like I have a different reason for each platform. Like if I get it on PS4, I could play it again and get the platinum again, but that would take a while. If I get it on Xbox, I could probably get the better mods. You know, if I get it on Switch, I'll have the portable option. You know, so it's like,
yeah, and some really, and the Bethesda games like that are really cool to have portable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really a novelty, I guess, if you just haven't played it before. But I guess if you're a Switch owner, don't have any other platforms, and you're looking to get a 10-year-old game, then yeah, that could be it. I mean, in case those scenarios align with yours, you know, it's just. But and because the visual upgrade will be there, I guess, for Switch, but not to the extent, I guess, of PC, Xbox One X, and then PS4 Pro. Mm-hmm. So it's like tough sell too. But it should run fine on the Switch. I think, you know, it shouldn't be anything to scoff at. I mean, if Skyrim ran just fine on the Switch, then Fallout 3 should as well.
Mm-hmm. Because Fallout 3 is older than Skyrim.
Yeah, about 3 years. I wonder if they're ever going to bring Fallout 4 to Switch.
I don't know. It's tricky.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not as a game that as many people enjoy, but it would be interesting if they could bring that to Switch as well.
And we're getting Wolfenstein 2 on Switch next month, so we'll see.
Oh, next month? God, I still need to play Wolfenstein 2.
Play it on Switch.
I think I'd rather play it on like the Xbox or the PlayStation. I like the Switch. I'm not hating on the Switch. I had a very extended time with the Switch, and I really liked it a whole lot, playing Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart and all that. But I'm not too keen on the multi-platform games, unless, you know, for a specific reason, like the ones that you state, for instance, or any of that. So, yeah. And then with Smash and everything, that's probably when I'm going to actually fork over and get my own.
There you go.
But and then with the online stuff together, which hopefully is soon. But no virtual console anytime soon, so it's like it's tricky.
But anyway, speaking of playing games on consoles, here's one game you won't be able to play on console soon.
What game will I not be able to play on my console?
It was announced this past week that Ready at Dawn is shutting down their servers for Deformers in August.
Ready at Dawn. Oh, the one that came after The Order, the little like blob
the blob fighting game thing.
Oh wow, it's already.
Yeah, they're shutting down their servers starting August 9th. They said work has they've stopped working on the game, so there's no updates or anything. The game is actually being pulled off of digital platforms and from physical stores. So you can no longer purchase the game or its packs. So you can keep playing until the servers go down. Until the servers go down, all items in the workshop will be available for free. And all these different like little things and all this and that. And yeah, this is a multiplayer game, so you basically can't play it once these servers go down.
Oh, also it's an unsellable game.
Yeah, it's the mag situation.
Dang, only after a year, but who knows? Probably only like 20 people played the game, so it's not even an offense.
A lot of people play the game because I was reading the comments. There's like
really?
Well, wait. Let me explain. So I was reading the comments. Apparently, what happened with this game? I didn't even hear about this. It didn't go around far enough. So you know, it was published with Game Trust, which is like GameStop's. You know,
yeah. What is it? Beneath the Sea, or what was it? The Insomniac game.
Song of the Sea.
Song of the Sea. Yeah, Beneath the Sea.
Anyway, yeah, that was their first one, and this was like their second one. And they did, No More Heroes was like their third one. And I don't know if they got any other ones out or in development. But, but anyway, point is, this was through GameStop. And what they did for as an employee bonus was they're handing out codes to employees to get the game for free for Deformers. But the problem is, the code they gave out, everyone got the same code because it was a universal code.
Oh, so people were just able to get the game for free.
Yeah, so basically, one GameStop employee just threw the code online, said, "Here you go. It has unlimited use. Go get the game."
Was it a PSN code?
I guess.
Because I think the game was multi-platform, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on. Well, I mean, probably one part. They probably just asked you what you want: Xbox or PS4. Somebody got an Xbox One. Somebody got a PS4 one.
Oh, so they didn't have to like redeem it through a website or something, and then get a unique code.
I guess it was just this universal code that could be used unlimited times. So it kind of went around, and everybody was just getting this game for free.
Ooh. If only they did a Rocket League situation with that, like put it free on Plus or Gold, and then have it take off.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's always weird when you hear about a game shutting down, especially one that you just can't play at all now.
Well, I mean, that's about it. I thought maybe you said that the game had, like, a robust online community. I guess it doesn't.
I just meant, like, a lot of people played it because of this, like, exploit thing that came out. So people were getting it for free, and then probably hurt.
Yeah, at that time, but what about now? I like to live in the now.
Well, apparently they're not playing it, though.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like to live in the now. That's what the episode should be called. Living in the now.
Live in the now.
But yeah, I mean, as cool as that was, I'm like, it wasn't relevant to my statement. Sorry, we got a lot this week. You guys is freaking Call of Duty, No Man's Sky crap, and then we're talking about Deformers, a game that
I'm
really
working my way up.
Of nobody that nobody has heard of. Ready at Dawn is like basically a failure. Okay, that's a bit hyperbolical, but just 2 misses in a row. It's like, ugh. Ready at Dawn needs to get it together. I'm sorry, like I watched a retrospective video, which was kind of dumb. Why somebody would even make a video about The Order, anyways? But we talk about The Order sometime.
We did a whole episode on The Order. What you talking about?
Wait, what?
Wait, about The Order?
Well, somebody out there on YouTube made a little retrospective video about The Order.
Yeah, you're saying, well, why would somebody make a video about The Order? But we did a whole episode on The Order. What are you talking
about? Yeah, we did. But but like making a video, I meant to say, why would somebody make a video about The Order right now? Not while it was hot and everybody was...
Like this, like last week?
Yeah, like somebody was talking about The Order. Yeah, it was actually, the video was like published like a week and a half ago. And the guy was talking about, what it could have been, and all of that, and the troubles it had. Basically, kind of like a little documentary for anybody that didn't follow The Order at the time, and then like, the sequel potential and all that stuff. And it's like, Ready at Dawn, you got to get it together. Sony, you need to go back to Sony specifically, not Microsoft, not Nintendo. Well, maybe you could go to Nintendo or something. Maybe they would actually give you a decent project and some success. But I think you should go to Sony, pitch them something good, actually really good, and then just go on from there. Maybe like a 4 or 5 year plan, and then we get a good game, a good solid game that has longevity and is really good. I don't know why that's so hard, but Deformers didn't work out. It's something different, though. I'll give it that. We talked about Deformers when it came out like last year, right?
Yeah.
And then, you had The Order, which is really short, and it came out in the beginning of the PS4's life. But, we'll see with Ready at Dawn what they cook up next. Well, you just said that's shutting down. They're not. They're not shutting down.
No, just the servers for the game.
But hey, man, you never know. I get worried that these developers, as long as they're not bought by EA, then then I think we're fine, right? Then tomorrow, Ready at Dawn getting bought out by EA. No.
To work on what? And then it's just like some DLC
for Star Wars, DLC for Star Wars or Battlefield or another. Yeah, oh my God, don't even. No, they do not need to be one of those developers to just be just a part of something. Like, no. So disappointing when we had developers like High Moon Studios and all that, and Raven. Just, where is the middleman game developer? That's what I'm saying. But speaking of middlemen game developers, you want to talk about No Man's Sky? Or do you think that's going into too deep already?
Well, I mean, I do want to talk about that, but I'm gonna.
All right. I'll let you control the ship. It's like Sea of Thieves. I'll let you control the boat.
We're getting there. I just like to get some small things because I think those are gonna be a little bigger topics.
I just thought it was a neat transition. Middlemen, game developers.
Yeah. Hello. This is about a small game developer sort of.
All right.
Working on the next game.
All right.
It was announced this past week or so that a new Superhot game is in development.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you like Superhot.
I love Superhot. So
You love Superhot. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, so it was announced that a new Superhot game is in development. It will be set in Japan and it's from Japanese developer Game Tomo, and tentatively being called right now Superhot JP.
Superhot JP. That's how you say it.
It's inspired by Japanese culture. We'll have all new storylines as long as Japanese settings, hot springs, samurai castles, karaoke bars, bullet trains. Japanese.
They better have it all. Like, I lived in Japan, so I know this
critique it.
Yeah, I know this stuff. I need to really put on that VR helmet and see if I really feel like I'm in Japan.
The game will have 15 to 18 regular levels, 3 to 4 endless levels, and will be priced very reasonably. The studio plans to release the game for at least PS4 and PC. There's no official release date as of yet. The game will be released in Japan first, and then possibly other countries worldwide. So it's not even officially set to come out in America, but I kind of don't see why not. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but it sounds like an expansion pack. But it isn't just a semi. It's a new game.
I mean, I don't know. They're not like calling it a sequel, but they're calling it a new Superhot game. I mean, it has new levels, new weapons, environments. So we'll see. But yeah, like you said, and I said, I love Superhot, the first one. Superhot VR is probably the best VR game I've played.
Really? Whoa, bold statement. I thought the dinosaur game was... I'm just kidding.
I haven't played the dinosaur game.
I know.
Although...
What was it? what was that game called again? Like, Robinson the Knight or something?
Robinson the Journey.
Robinson the Journey.
Funny thing about Robinson the Journey, though, real quick.
Oh my God.
Robinson the Journey was a sci-fi take on Stanley Robertson, which is inspired Lost in Space. And then I watched the Lost in Space reboot on Netflix, and then I was like, you know what? I might want to play Robinson the Journey now.
But it's just funny. Every stream I watch of anybody playing that godforsaken game is like just so confused on what the hell they're supposed to do. They're playing it. They're like trying to feed a dinosaur or something. But like the game's graphics are really good for a VR game. But it's like
it's supposed to be one of the better looking things. But then I looked it up on Amazon, and like apparently they don't have any new copies anymore. People are like selling their copies for like $80 on.
What? Is this game rare or something?
I don't know. I don't know what happened with this game.
It seems like you missed the boat, man. You should have bought Robinson the Journey.
I should have invested in Robinson the Journey, bought a bunch of copies, and just sat on them and just banked on this need. You know, after that Lost in Space reboot, like, no, people want this now. And then,
it's like me missing out on Guitar Hero Warriors and Rock, all those band bundles I shouldn't have bought back in 2010. But now, if you resell them on eBay, it's like $800 or $900.
Yeah.
Oh, if only I invested in a bunch of Guitar Hero bundles.
But yeah, Superhot's great. It's just the most immersive kind of VR experience because it's the one like. I mean, I know there's more than just this one, but like this is the one VR game I play that really has me moving around the whole space. You know?
Yeah.
It's not just me kind of like looking down, looking up, aiming with my hands. Like I'm actually moving. Like I'm standing and I'm moving around the room, and you get more of that obviously on the bigger VRs like Oculus and HTC. You know, because the whole room environment thing. Because that's the problem with the PlayStation VR. It's very limited as far as your movement space.
Mm-hmm.
But this encourages the most movement, where I can move a bit more to the left, to the right, up, down, squat, go up, and then like really be immersed in the room, you know.
Yeah.
And sense of action and all that, and like I said, I love it. It's probably one of the best VRs, and I'm really excited that we're getting another one. Hopefully, it will come to America. Like I said, I don't see why not.
I think it will eventually. Yeah.
Eventually.
I mean, we get our fair stuff. There's probably some things out there that have been only in Japan and haven't come here, of course. But I think it'll be all right. Superhot was good in the States. I don't see why not.
Why not?
But there you go. Another title for the episode. Why not?
Why not? But anyway. Yeah. But you know something we won't be seeing in America soon?
Will we not be seeing in America soon?
It was announced this past week that Sony is ending production of PS Vita physical games.
Dang. There you go.
It says here they announced that they plan to end all Vita game card production by the close of fiscal year 2018 in both Europe and America. This means no more PS Vita physical games will be produced after March 2019. Sony set a deadline of June 28th, 2018 for all product code requests, with February 15th, 2019 being the cutoff for final purchase orders. So you can order cards to put your game on. Of course, I'm just going to read over this. So yeah, and then they kind of like, told developers like, hey, we're not going to be, making cards no more. I bet that was really funny when all the developers got that email saying, hey guys, we're not going to be making any cards anymore, so don't expect to put your Vita game on a card. And they probably just laughed at that email. It was like, hey guys, are we working on a Vita game over there?
No.
No? All right. Don't even have to reply to the email. Ignore it. It's like, whatever.
Or that one game developer, there's probably a mass email, right? Sent to a bunch of people, and then that one silly game developer is probably going to send it to everybody else. The response is just like, "Oh, you guys were putting Vita games on cartridges."
I hope they sent one to Ken Levine too. That'd be great.
Oh man! Don't tell Ken Levine that.
He'd be like, "Damn it! I was just about to put out that BioShock game, but this just like I don't want to do it now. This is disappointing me."
Yeah.
I was gonna do it this time.
He was gonna do it.
But yeah, so going forward after this, all Vita games will basically be sold digitally. And then, of course, games that are currently on sale on physical things, once stock runs out, of course, they will not be restocking with new physical copies because, they're not making no more. So, yeah, hold on to your Vita games if you don't want to download everything.
Well, I guess we got that section at GameStop's going to really dwindle.
It is already small. It doesn't even have a... Like at my GameStop, it's not even a section. It's a shelf on the side of the used PS2 games.
You were talking about the Ken Levine thing, and then I was cracking up the other day because, I saw this tweet from Kaz, the parody account of Sony's old CEO now, right? Kaz Arai, and he posted my games for games that never happened, Silent Hills, Agent, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then he put of the logos of those games, and then the last picture is Ken Levine standing on stage with the Vita.
We didn't have a logo for that game.
Yeah, it's that's my games for, and people are like, "Oh my god, don't do this." If
that game ever were to get made, they would have to put that as the box art. Is Ken Levine holding the Vita in his hand?
Circa 2012. Or it was 2012 because that's when the Vita came out in the States, and that's when he was excited about it. So yeah, I think that was in the PlayStation E3 conference 2012. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's happening.
It's just
still
going slowly, and
very, very slowly, and then people are a little wary.
They're focused on Kingdom Hearts 3. It's gonna be those things
Ooh, yes. Yeah, that needs to. It's like focusing on your school projects. You have a lot of them at the moment, but you want to focus on just one. Yeah, so then you can get it done.
Yeah, it was the same thing with Final Fantasy 15. They were like, yeah, we're working almost entirely on Final Fantasy 15, and then after that's out, then we're going to focus all of our attention on Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's what they're doing. They're focusing all their attention on Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, and then when that's out, then they're going to switch over to Final Fantasy 7.
Did Final Fantasy 15 come out 2016 or 2017?
I don't know. You bought it.
I think it might have been 2016. Don't tell me that was already 2 years ago. That I need to know. Out of everything. Because that would be freaking crazy. I think it might be a 2016 game. Fantasy 15. Yeah, so it was at the end of 2016. That's why maybe it felt like a 2017 game.
Oh, there you go.
That's funny. But yeah, look where that got them, right? Once they said they were going to solely focus on Final Fantasy 15, it eventually came out. And then, Kingdom Hearts 3, and then seeming like a reality. I guess if we want to switch a little bit, they uploaded some more content of Kingdom Hearts 3. I try not to watch too much of it anymore at this point, but it has some Wreck-It Ralph stuff, which look cool and all that, so... Game's looking fantastic, so we'll see where it goes.
There There you go.
It's like our short little take, but come on, you Kingdom Hearts. Even if you're already a Kingdom Hearts fan, I'm sure you're talking amongst other people about Kingdom Hearts for the longest time now, and it's just like,
gotta go to the Kingdom Hearts conventions, man.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts conventions. Yeah, that was the ones I didn't even know about. Yeah, it's like, what more do we need to contribute to the Kingdom Hearts fandom at this point?
What do you do when you go to Kingdom Hearts conventions? You say, "Hey, you guys excited for Kingdom Hearts 3?" Yes.
That's literally probably all it is, and then maybe debate which of the granular games was maybe the best.
There's two panels. There's two panels. Which Kingdom Hearts do you think is the best? No, wait, sorry, 3 panels. There's well, I don't know if we need 3. One panel is to figure out which one's the best. The second panel is like, hey, how hyped are you for Kingdom Hearts 3? And the third possible panel is just them going over the timeline.
No, and then the fourth one to go over cosplaying tips.
Cosplay, there you go. Cosplay contest.
Yeah,
you're right.
Either you go to Hot Topic or try maybe go to Nordstrom's. No, Nordstrom's too much. Go to some other clothing stores that you can go find your
you just buy
baggy cargo pants.
You just go to a store that sells just belts and hair gel. And then you go.
No, but you gotta get the pants and you gotta get the pants, shoes.
Well, it's the accessories. They're right next to each other. You know, they don't want to sell all that one place.
True. Yeah, you gotta get Square Enix to step it up and bring out a Kingdom Hearts clothing line. Remember when Marvel, of all people, brought out like a clothing line?
Yeah.
I think it was like back in like 2015 in the Age of Ultron days. They brought like an official Marvel clothing line. There was like Black Panther shoes recently, but those were like really limited. I think Square Enix should step up the marketing and bring out some Kingdom Hearts official clothing.
There you go.
So then it'd be easier to cosplay at those Kingdom Hearts conventions that I have never heard about, and I still do not know where those are, and I do not know whether or not that guy that told me that was making it up in the first place.
I doubt it.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be so gullible. Yeah, I don't know. You never know.
It's a real thing. But anyway, moving along. Sony also announced this week that they are now going to be offering same-day patch certifications for developers.
Oh, finally!
Yeah.
I think we talked about this all the way back in maybe one of the first episodes of the PSBS or off air about several developers complaining, unless you were a Sony first party, that your patches would be able to get there same day, I think. But if you were another developer, because I think it was notorious that Harmonix maybe complained about patches taking a long time.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the cost, because it does cost money for third parties to get their develop. I mean, it was all like memos and speculation a bit, but yeah, it costs third parties money to put out patches, but from first parties they get a pass, obviously, like the Naughty Dog or and all that. But proceed. What's going on? Same day patch certification.
Yeah. So if you don't know, break it down. Real quick. So basically, if a developer or a third-party developer, creates a patch for a game, they obviously have to send it to Sony first, and Sony has to approve that patch, and then the patch can be released on PS4 and then download to your game. Well, the thing is, third-party stuff's not prioritized, so it could take a couple of days before it gets actually certified, passed, and then put on the console. Well, now that they're offering first day or same day, now it can be sent, process approved, and released all in the same day. So it's going to speed up patch releases on PS4.
That'll be very good. Oh, God. I think Xbox has had that for the longest time. Not entirely sure, but this is very welcome. Yeah, I mean, I remember hearing details about the prospect of something like this on a podcast maybe 4 years ago. So this is not a surprise, but it's a pleasant addition. So, good. Yeah, good. It's also another...
Good. My one-word reaction to this.
Good. I mean, it'll serve everyone.
There you go.
Whether or not the patch breaks the game, maybe it's like, the next day you can go and fix but, it's, yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't know any notable examples for this to come off of, for it to relate it to. It's just like, oh, it's here, it's cool.
I mean, yeah, no, it's good because this is something Sony needed because now we're getting more into these like multiplayer sister games that need updates really fast.
Yeah, of course.
And to keep the community updated together. So I mean, yeah, this is good. This is good, and we're
I'll benefit developers like Bungie and maybe BioWare when Anthem comes out and Battlefield V.
Yeah, for
Call of Duty.
Yeah, for constant
Call of Duty
and all this and that.
So cool. There's my little bit more of elaboration. Tie it into everything.
More than good. But yeah, so that's good. But we can move on. Get into some of the bigger news this week. So it was officially announced and shown off this week that Rage 2 is real.
Rage 2 is finally real. It is happening.
Rage 2 is real. They announced it. They gave a gameplay trailer and they put out some details. Saying the game will release sometime in spring of 2019. It's a fully open world game. The game will have over-the-top gameplay, vehicle combat, upgradable guns, nanotrite powers. They let you do different things. And Bethesda's calling it more than a shooter, more than an open world. It's a shooter-verse.
A shooter-verse.
And some story details and this and that. So yeah, no mention of co-op.
Oh,
at the time, it may come, but no mention of co-op right now.
Yeah, because there were sure a whole lot of NPCs on the screen. It wouldn't. Yeah. Akin to Far Cry, at least, it would be nice if there was at least 2 players.
Yeah, because Rage 1 did have co-op, but only in a certain mode. There was like a separate mode you go to. And
it was not. Yeah, it was like it wasn't even like the campaign.
No, some separate missions that had co-op. But yeah, did you watch the gameplay trailer?
Yes, I did.
Yes. And before I saw any other articles, so I didn't hype it. I didn't jump on that train right away. I made that assessment of my own. But watching that gameplay trailer, I was like, yeah, this looks like Borderlands.
Yeah, you don't say. Excluding the more self-shading it's basically the concept Borderlands.
Yeah, the concept of Borderlands. Yeah, that's what I mean. Not like aesthetically how it looks, but just essentially the gameplay of like run and gun really fast. You can use these powers, and you can shoot up all these little crazy bandits and stuff like that. So it kind of makes me think of Borderlands. And then that's why I mentioned the co-op, because that would be another big thing if it has like 4-player co-op. Like
God, no. I don't want 4-player. I think at least just 2 is neat. Like I said, Far Cry. If it's open world, right? I think it's appropriate to keep it at just 2 for first person games like that, where it's not GTA like big or anything like that. I think it's appropriate at 2.
Yeah, and I mean I do understand like. These are going to be 2 different games, Borderlands 3 and Rage 2. Like, it's just the kind of basic ideas there. It's a post-apocalyptic thing. It's not... Rage 2 doesn't look like it's taking itself very seriously, from what we've seen.
No, definitely not like the first one.
Yeah, so it's not...
The attitude is different.
Yeah. So it's like not taking itself as seriously. It's run and gun, killing a bunch of things, using these like weird powers. But then the difference, obviously, with this one thing they mentioned too is like upgradable guns, which is not in Borderlands because in Borderlands it's just about finding the better gun, So now you build upgrade guns, it should be different. We'll see how co-op plays out if it is, 1-player, 2-player, whatever, and then if there is some type of looting system or whatever. But the spring 2019 release date is interesting because. Mm-hmm. We don't know about Borderlands 3, but that's something we spectated that we know Borderlands 3 isn't going to be at E3. They confirmed that. Gearbox confirmed that.
Well, there are many things that we don't want to believe Randy Pitchford on, and I guess most thing we don't want to believe him on is a game reveal.
I see if they want to surprise, like, oh, it's totally not E3, and then it's at E3.
Yeah, perhaps, but I don't know. Randy was pretty stern that it's not happening.
It's not happening. Because that was cool. I mean, if it's not E3, then I don't think it's coming out soon. Because we were like spectating maybe like spring, like early 2019.
Oh, for Borderlands? Oh yeah, that's not happening anymore. 3. Yeah,
if it doesn't show up at E3, if it like surprisingly shows up at E3, then there's a chance. But like if it doesn't show up at E3 at all, like he's true to his word and it doesn't show up, then yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the other 3 Borderlands games have all come out like around the fall, have found great success in the fall. So it's just like before the Call of Duty and Battlefield shooter craze of that time, and But I don't know. They found success within that time period, right? Like September going into fall.
So you might want to keep that. But like you said, though, there's so many fall games. It's kind of like it kind of wants to maybe get its own room. That's why I kind of mentioned earlier when they say would work. Now the thing is, if Borderlands 3 and Rage 2 comes out at the same time, Borderlands 3 is going to blow Rage 2 out of the water.
Oh, yes,
you know?
yeah, oh
like,
yeah. I mean, I was maybe gonna try and see if give Rage 2 a chance, but Borderlands 3 is already a well-established franchise at this point.
Yeah, if these two games go head to head, like I said, even if they are kind of two different games, it's still gonna blow out of the water. It's gonna be like the same thing with Overwatch and Battleborn, where like people were comparing them, even though they are two different games, like fundamentally, but they do have similar aesthetics and all that. And they came around the same time, and Overwatch just blew Battleborn in the water. No one talks about Battleborn anymore except for us. but when we talk about it like sarcastically, because I don't know if we talked about it on air, but I talked to you about how look, Battleborn's in Ready Player One. Like
yeah.
That's how we talk about. That is the most we talk about Battleborn is when we just talk about it's in Ready Player One, and comparing it to the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, it could be a similar situation if those two games come around at the same time, where people are just going to look at them and say, "Oh, this is a post-apocalyptic shooting co-op game. This is a but this is Borderlands 3. I played the other ones. I want this one."
Right.
So like they can't. Rage 2 just can't compete with Borderlands 3. Another thing of note, because I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah, you were a bit concerned about your Doomage.
The Doom,
being...
yeah. Who's the developer? Well. So id Software is working on it, but in a smaller capacity. Avalanche Studios is the lead developer.
Which is very interesting. I guess no Just Cause 4 anytime soon.
But that was one of the rumored games.
Yeah, that was one of the rumored games. Unless they're working on both of those, unless they have two teams.
Well, Avalanche did put out two games in 1 year. Remember, they put out Just Cause 3 Max Payne the same year. Or not Max Payne.
Man, they sure do get busy.
Yeah, Mad Max. Mad Max was such a good game too, though.
I didn't play Mad Max yet. It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. Well, not for much longer.
What?
It's on there's like a leaving section you can click on Xbox, and it shows all the games leaving May 31st. And
don't tell me there's a leaving section of Game Pass.
Yeah.
What else is on there, man? I'm sorry, everybody. What else is on the
Borderlands 1 is leaving.
Okay.
Bioshock.
You can get that for like $5.
Bioshock 1 and 2 is leaving.
Well, yeah.
Mad Max is leaving. Dig Dug's leaving.
Okay.
And I forget all the rest. That's just some of the ones I remember.
Okay, as long as Bayonetta is not leaving, because I've been playing that, and that game's really fun.
I don't think Bayonetta is leaving.
Okay. Oof.
But
screw Game Pass. I'm just kidding.
Well, they said it'd be rotating games. They didn't say it was going to be the same games forever.
Or that I get to keep them? What do you mean? I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
The gamer entitlement was coming out.
Yeah, we'll see. But this makes me hopeful that Doom 2 is in production for release hopefully soon, since I know it is not fully working on Rage 2. So that helps me, because that's something I was ranting on about last week. So we'll see. E3's around the corner. We're going to see what's up.
Yeah.
But there's Rage 2. And
anything else? I mean... Graphically, it looks neat. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else of note. I mean, there are more important things to talk about. As neat as Rage 2 seems. And
I think Rage 1 is backwards compatible on Xbox, so if you want to go back and experience the original Rage...
And on all discs of it.
Well, now it's digital.
True.
Well, how does that... I mean, how does that work on multiple disc games for Xbox? You just probably have to put in the first disc, right? Because the rest of it's just kind of like downloaded to your system.
Guess you had to try like LA Noire or something. I don't know.
I mean, I would assume, because like that's the whole point, right? Like, you're not really playing off the disc; you're just playing an emulation of the game, and the disc is just to verify that you own it.
And then GTA 5 on Xbox, but GTA 5 Xbox 360 isn't even backwards compatible on Xbox One.
So there you go.
GTA 5 was like two discs, right? On Xbox 360, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, because and then Mass Effect's backwards compatible, and that's multiple discs.
Oh yeah.
So.
Mass Effect 3?
I know the first one is, because you have to put in the No, I think the first one's. I think no. I think the first one's one.
First one must have been a single disc.
I think the first one's one disc. It's either 2 or 3.
I think it's 3.
Because it was stupid. You had to put in the disc. You put in because I remember for one of the Mass Effects, the way it worked is you put in the disc 1, and you play like the first act of the game. Then you take out the first disc. You put in the second disc to play basically the middle chunk of the game, and then you take that disc out. You put back in disc 1 to play the third ending of the game.
It was probably like they just barely could have made it, but it just couldn't do it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, because it's all emulation. So it's kind of good for the people who maybe lost their disc, like, oh, I lost disc 1 or lost disc 2, and you just have to pop in at least one of the discs.
All right.
For it to work to get your backwards compatible game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me assuming how it works, because I think that'd be stupid if you had to switch disc on a digital, essentially download a game.
Right? Oh, let's not give them any ideas.
But there you go.
There you go.
But anyway, I guess we can move on.
Let's move it on.
Big news this week, sort of. Big news for a little-ish game.
Little-ish. Okay.
Little-ish. I don't know what you would call it. We don't know. We still don't know what to think of it after all these years. It was announced that No Man's Sky is getting a 4th major update.
Ooh. So what that I kind of assumed was going to happen in a way. That I already thought I knew that was here, but you were like, nah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, the new update is launching free for all platforms and will be included on the Xbox One version when it releases on July 24th. They said the Xbox One version will launch with a full multiplayer experience.
Like I said, but I just assumed that they were going to add multiplayer to the Xbox One version, but then here we are.
Yeah. They kind of went on some more details, saying No Man's Sky new multiplayer and co-op features. Players will be able to team up with a small or large group of friends, and just come along for random travelers and multiplayer, teaming up to survive or attacking other players. Players can build bases together in a shared online universe, partake in aerial dogfights in space, race vehicles, and even build custom racetracks for friends.
All right.
So, because we have a much broader and more expanded game, so when you play it at day one, so you're playing the base game plus 4 major updates once, Xbox One version comes out. Xbox One version will have HDR and 4K enhancements. Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. Yeah, I know you kind of mentioned, like...
yeah, I was kind of assumed that it was going to happen.
Well, yeah, you assumed it was going to happen, but like it was never, officially stated at any point that there was going to be like a full traditional multiplayer in the game. Yeah. Because they've always been really... Because we talked about No Man's Sky so much before it came out.
And then you can just read the whole Wikipedia page about it.
Yeah, but, the developers are always very vague on what the multiplayer was in the game.
Yeah, and then the backtracking kind of had to come, especially with previous statements about how the multiplayer was going to function.
I don't know, I guess we talked about this, but I just don't know what other people were reading.
Of course.
From what I read, I knew that there was no traditional multiplayer. That you meet up with a friend and go on adventures together. The whole multiplayer was the whole just connective thing of hey, I found this planet, here's my gamer tag. Or here's that kind of thing, seeing gamer tags through discovery modes and stuff. I knew there wasn't just a traditional hey, come join me, Yeah,
but I think what people got to was that Game Informer video about the possibility of it happening.
Yeah, they said there was a possibility, but it was very minimum.
Man, people take the littlest possibilities and try and make it anything. So you know. Yeah,
so he said something vague oh well, I guess there's a possibility you can run into each other, but that's very
and that's where it kind of came from.
And that's where it came from, but still, that's only a possibility. There's still no traditional inviting and this and that, and they never mentioned it. And it was one of those things where you kind of brought it up, oh, they should add a multiplayer, or maybe it's coming or something. And I was just yeah, well, they never really said that, and I don't know if that'd be them just kind of. Well, it is. I mean, it's kind of them reacting to the fan base of oh, well, they really want a multiplayer mode, so I guess we should give that to them. And it does bring that extra incentive, for the Xbox players, because they're just now getting it, and they already kind of probably have an idea of what the game is. And now it's well, now it's got multiplayer. So
as far as I know, the game is still $60. It's going to be $60 on Xbox One.
On Xbox, I think it's $50 when it launches.
Oh, $50. Okay. Well,
you can go get a new copy right now for $20 on PS4.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you should get it. because I really do want to play this multiplayer because
I know, and we do want to maybe talk about it too because it's No Man's Sky is a landmark title for not very good reasons, but decent reasons for nonetheless. But yeah, so it's important to.
It's something we talked about. We talked about this off air. Like I've kind of had this itch to go back to No Man's Sky, like try it because I haven't really really played it since that first couple of months. So I haven't played the new updates. So I don't know what's new in there. You know, I want to see what's new. They've done PS4 Pro enhancements, so I can see the enhancements on this and that. And I do like. I like the idea of No Man's Sky, and I do like that sense of scale when I'm playing it. You know, like
I mean, it's like a Destiny situation. It's like, what opinion can you really have of it since it's changed so much?
Changes a lot, and like, the gameplay itself is kind of meh, but like, I do like the sense of exploration that, you know, like
we have that sense in like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves is a similar game to kind of compare it to because it's kind of like
it sure is.
It's a similar game to compare it to because it's like gameplay wise kind of meh, but it's boring. So good. But it's so good to look at. It's so good to look at, and it's so fun to play with friends because it's just a good like. It's like an interactive chat room in a way where you're just talking to your friend while you're just mindlessly flipping out your controller.
Yeah, it's like one of those generic games you see in movies or television where it's like you don't really focus on too much, but you're just playing it anyway. So it's not like intense like a PUBG or a Call of Duty or a Battlefield, but like you're just playing it just to play it. You don't really care much about anything else. And for that reason, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But it's just,
yeah,
still just some meat on the bone, but
but that's fine. The thing though. Like I feel like these games would have been better. Well, I don't know. It's weird. I think they would have been better received if maybe you launched at a lower price point because, like I said, No Man's Sky launched at $60.
Yeah, launched at a lower price point and not hyped so much.
It was in the hype, so they released $60, and that really surprised me because you remember I was like legit surprised when I saw it was $60. I'm like, this is a $60 game. Like before I even played it, I was like, this is a $60 game.
Wait, lost it? No, Sea of Thieves?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, No Man's Sky. Yeah, I mean, it was $60.
Yeah, like I didn't know that, and then when I saw the price point, it was like $60, and then like at least with Sea of Thieves too, where like we have our problems with it, but ultimately like we're just playing through Game Pass, so we didn't.
Game Pass, and it's like more tolerable.
It's more tolerable, but at least in No Man's Sky's defense, a little you pay the $60, but you got all those updates for free, and it's still getting updates. Obviously, we're getting the full multiplayer. In July. That's when this update's coming out.
Until July?
Yeah. You're kind of like buying the game with the season pass included.
The season pass that was free?
Well, no, you have to pretend to yourself like, oh, the base game only costs $30, and then the other $30 was for the updates.
Do you think gamers nowadays really like pretending themselves?
Yeah, just denial. It's fine.
Yeah.
However you can work it, but yeah, I want to play this again, and you can get a new copy of No Man's Sky for like $20, maybe even less, depending on where you look, for PS4 at least. So yeah, you can get in on this. We can try that multiplayer out, go exploring the galaxy and all that.
Yeah, I'll probably just get a PS4 version somehow. Oop. Not necessarily new, maybe.
I mean, it's only like I looked it up.
$2 cheaper.
Yeah, I looked it up last night. I think it's like a $2 difference. Actually, if you could find a new copy of the special edition, it's cheaper. Because GameStop was selling the special edition for $14, and the standard edition was $20. So if you can find a limited special edition, it's actually cheaper at GameStop at least. But I looked it up. No store in my area had it in stock, so I couldn't get it, and it's not available to order online.
We're approaching the 2-year anniversary of No Man's Sky, aren't we? 2015?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, despite the internet's kind of like, ugh, no thank you. I mean, yeah, you can say no thank you to anything, but I mean, let's check it out. This game is a landmark game, and not for the reasons that people would like, but check it out. It's important.
I mean, this is a big update. Like, this is really going to fundamentally change the game of No Man's Sky because of the multiplayer. Yeah. Well, like, it's a whole different perspective, and it could bring new life into this game. And then people on Xbox are just getting it for the first time. Really experiencing it like this. With all the updates and all that.
Yeah, PC.
And PC. Well, no, it's been on PC.
Yeah, we laugh at percent, but yeah, the PC players will be able to update it if they want to play it. I mean, God, there's
Yeah, but
so
I
many
mean,
things to
like
play on the
Xbox
PCs.
people who've never played it at all are finally getting it for the first time. Then they get all the updates included. So they don't know what it was like before. The before time when you had to be by yourself the whole time.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I mean, this is. I'm actually excited for this. I really want to check this out. We're gonna see. It won't be till the end of July though. It'll be after Comic-Con.
After Comic-Con. All right, I can live with that.
But anyway, moving on. One last topic, the big one, the big topic of the week, the thing that was announced this week.
Oh, but one more thing. But do you want to speculate on which Take-Two game was delayed to delayed?
Oh, the one that was delayed to fiscal 2020.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not Borderlands 3.
Dude, Borderlands 3 was 2020. Dang, that would be quite a comeback.
But no, but the weird thing is they said that this game that got delayed. They didn't say which one. They said a game that we're delaying was supposed to come out this year, or at least this fiscal year, which would have been, by March 2019, right?
Thanks. Red Dead 2. Just kidding.
We're going to unannounce Red Dead 2.
I'm playing. Oh.
Yeah, so basically whatever game got delayed was supposed to come out by March 2019. So now the new release date would put it March 2020. Well, really, that's not too bad. March 2020, that's a year and a half from now.
Agent. No, but it's unannounced.
It's
hard,
I just don't want it to be Borderlands 3. I feel like Borderlands 3 should be sooner. I feel like it should be it might be Borderlands 3.
Well, isn't it weird you get that news and then the correlation with Randy about it's not E3?
Yeah, it's not E3, and that's what kind of makes us think, oh, it's not ready. So maybe it's Borderlands 3.
The game's just simply not ready, yeah. But then, wait, I just had in my head, no, the new BioShock game.
Maybe.
But wait, you said it was supposed to come out this year?
Not that it's coming out this year, but that it is in development.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it was a new BioShock game.
Maybe. But like I say, we have to think, too, I think fiscal 2020 means, just by March 2020, or maybe March 20, or would it be March 2021?
Oh God!
Because companies go on fiscal years, which is from April to April or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is a pretty big deal. I mean, every Take-Two game that comes out, they want to make it big, and this is one of them, and it's kind of a big delay.
It's Evolve 2.
You don't.
Hey, they said that this is a viable franchise for us, and we plan on expanding on this franchise at some point.
Yeah, but don't we all? I mean, Lawbreaker Studio just went down this week, akin to David Jaffe. It's just, and that's all we'll say on that matter, too. I don't know. What about GTA? That wouldn't make sense either. I mean, I don't think they even want to get the hype on that one going just yet. Due to Red Dead. I don't know. A lot of people assume it's a new BioShock game, but I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, big thing this week is that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is officially revealed this week.
Yes.
Multiplayer components and gameplay and all this and that.
Finally, I missed all the rumors. Everything.
Yeah, confirming 2 other things, there is no traditional single player. Trying to load up the article to see how they worded this.
I think you should talk about zombies first.
Let me see. It says expanding multiplayer solo missions that will feature both returning and new specialist characters. These missions will not only serve as a place to learn tactics with different specialists, but also learn specialist characters' backgrounds. These stories take place between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. These missions will be fun and fast-paced trials that give a hands-on instruction to these new and returning specialists. Though not traditional narrative thing, Black Ops 4 Zombies can also be played solo with AI teammates, and seems to be some sort of through line of the 4 new characters. They're also offering Zombies custom mode and support for beginner solo experience.
And it takes place on the Titanic, notably.
There you go.
And it makes me wonder when we'll get down maybe 100 years later, and then like a Call of Duty Zombies mode takes place in the Twin Towers on 9/11. I mean, ethically, it's kind of weird to have a zombies mode in one of the worst disasters in human history, but I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, a natural disaster because it's
not a natural disaster, but I mean human disasters. You know.
But that's what I'm saying might be the difference. It's like, well, Titanic was a natural disaster. 9/11 was something a little different. That's more, I guess, like you just said, human disaster or something.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I'll just point that out. I mean, I'm not like offended.
It's a little odd, but you ever seen the if you ever seen the there's a picture of the win online. I've actually seen it in real life and I used it. Is the you know those like fun slides you inflate, like for parties, the really big ones.
Okay.
There's one that's a Titanic and it's like tilted down, so you slide down the Titanic.
Oh my god.
There's a picture, and I've actually seen this in real life. I've actually slid on this in real life. I went to a thing and they had a bunch of fun slides, and one of them was the Titanic. So I would climb to the top, and I would get to the top of the back of the Titanic, and I would slide down to the bottom, and the little like square that like holds you is like supposed to be blue like water.
Yeah.
And then I would get off and climb back up, and I slide back down the Titanic.
Oh my god. See, so we gotta wait 100 years to just get our Twin Towers of everything. Yeah, different scenario and everything, but I don't know.
I mean, same thing with like we're getting, we got all these World War II games and stuff, and then
like, we do have all these World War II games, and then
like, but like anytime
it's something new for Call of Duty, I guess, to like take real world events and then.
But yeah, because like every time like they do these modern games, they're always based on fictitious countries and stuff.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, it's just for the zombies mode, it's a little odd because that's the one that's more comical and not meant to be taken seriously. I don't know. It's just because like the other zombie maps. I mean, yeah, we have like Call of the Dead, which is made up all the movies, and I don't know. It's a little odd. It's kind of an odd choice. I'll have to admit. It's odd. But the old game's odd. Talk about the rest of the game. Who cares about? I don't know. I think that's probably the mode I'll be playing the least because look at all these other details you'll talk about soon. Right now.
Black Ops 4 will also include a battle royale mode. It says Blackout will be called Blackout. Call of Duty's Black Ops. Yeah, can't talk. Blackout is Call of Duty Black Ops Battle Royale mode. There's a lot of B's in there.
B.
Blackout, Black Ops Battle Royale. Yeah. This mode
they couldn't make it simple.
Yes, this mode will be available in Black Ops at launch and will feature a map 1,500 times bigger than the average Call of Duty map. Black Ops brings the Black Ops universe together.
I think they noted Nuketown on that, which I don't even know what that means.
Black Ops brings the Black Ops universe together by integrating parts of different multiplayer maps into its own, and playable characters from all Black Ops games, including zombie characters. Not many details were revealed about Blackout, but there will be sea, land, and air vehicles available in some capacity. Blackout challenges players to be the last player standing in an unspecific number of players, and they will have weapons and tools for Black Ops multiplayer and zombies.
All right.
So yeah, so we don't even know if this is like a full 100-player experience.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what? It probably isn't, because if it was, then they probably would have said it by now.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like, they're just kind of like, well, I don't know if we can handle 100 players. We'll try.
COD barely goes up to freaking 18. What do you think it's gonna do? 100 more than how many times that?
Yeah, a lot. You know who should do a battle royale game?
Who should do a battle royale?
We talked about this a lot, but you know who should now? It just pops in my head. Insomniac Games should do one because Insomniac Games. Well, no, listen.
Yeah, because they had that experience of having multiplayer.
Insomniac Games has this crazy thing where their multiplayer games run flawlessly.
Yes, they do for the most part. Yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, they run really well.
Like, you go play Resistance 2 64-player multiplayer, and it was flawless. It ran flawless.
What about even Fuse?
Yeah, Fuse actually ran really well. We played the demo, and this was running smooth as hell. I
mean, say what you will about Fuse, but at least it ran good.
It ran fantastic, even in multiplayer. Because you were playing, and I think maybe we had 2 other people randoms with us or something. I don't know. because it's 4 players. But like it ran so smooth, and it was just like no lag, no nothing, and like Insomniac really knows how to do multiplayer for some reason. Like they just do it so well. So like they would actually probably could handle a battle royale really well. 100 players and kind of like be able to handle that.
Maybe with the success of Spider-Man, maybe they could spin that off
Spider-Man
to a specific team.
Will have a 100-player battle royale mode called Secret Wars, and you get to play as all these different Marvel characters.
Oh, okay. That I was just saying with the success of Spider-Man that they could go make one.
Oh, they're saying added to Spider-Man.
No, yeah. I was just saying with all the success of Spider-Man, renowned success of Spider-Man, Insomniac Games could maybe go make a battle royale mode of some game. Maybe Resistance. Because like the first Resistance, how many players were on there? Like 64 or 60?
Yeah, 64.
And then Resistance 2 had like what, 80?
I think it's either the same or less. Or 3, I don't remember.
No, it had a lot. It had like a lot of players. I mean, I wish I could grab the box art of the PlayStation 3 box and look at the back. But yeah. Oh god, Resistance. That's a way it can come back. Battle Royale mode.
Sony's like, we're only going to greenlight this game if you put a Battle Royale mode in.
What are you talking about, dude? It's only going to be a Battle Royale. That's the only thing in the game. Like, what are you expecting? A campaign? Don't even.
But it'll still be called Resistance 4. But when you load it up, it's only going to have the Battle Royale mode.
Like, that's the only mode on there? And there's only going to be one map.
One map.
Hey, not that that's anything new for Xbox players, right? Oh.
The Chimera have no advantage over playing as the humans, because we got to balance it.
Yeah, there's no difference whatsoever.
God,
but
man, if you had an Augur in a Battle Royale mode, you'd just be wrecking people.
Well, yeah, it probably has, like, not that many bullets, so, like, you have to
you'd be able to see through walls and shoot through walls.
It probably had, like, a limit. Well, no, it's probably the Augur that you can't see through walls. That's too much. Because, like, there's that Augur in Resistance 1 that you can't even see through the walls, right? That's Resistance 3 you're talking about.
Yeah, there was, like, an alternate version of it that didn't have that.
Yeah. Resistance 1, it was, like, a simple one that had a shield and they could shoot through the walls. God, Resistance 1 was a cool game. Where's our remaster? We talked about this, like, 3 weeks ago. I'm like, ugh. Like, I know the first one probably hasn't aged well with a lot of shooters, but God, that was a good game. Especially that first one, like the atmosphere of it and all. But like, still personally, my favorite is, I don't know, probably 2. But I know a lot of people didn't like 2. But it's such a great franchise all around. Oh, okay, I gotta stop. Anyways, Black Ops 4, the last
Black Ops 4, it's a thing.
Game. But yeah, so we got that. Okay, and then we have our typical modes that Call of Duty usually has. Except a single-player campaign.
They're gonna promote it like that. All your favorite modes. We got multiplayer, and we got zombies, and we got the new Battle Royale mode, and there you go. What about the campaign? Oh, what? Nah.
Well, I mean, Call of Duty always likes to tout its 3 modes on the back of the box, but now it's like, it will be able to say that, but just no campaign.
It'll be 3 modes, yeah. It'll be multiplayer, zombies, Battle Royale.
There you go. That's the 3 pillars.
There you go.
And yeah, Treyarch has been making some pretty bold statements, saying it's like one of the most what is it? They say it's the most replayable Call of Duty. All right, we'll have to see about that. That's all I'll have to say on that. Unless people go trade it in on GameStops come December, which is the truth. So. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the confidence, and of course, Treyarch is the one Call of Duty developer to have kind of the more, as they should, because they are the strongest Call of Duty developer out of the 3, at least at the moment. So it's like, yeah, coming off the success of 3 successful Black Ops games, it's like, yeah, Black Ops 4, going in a bit of a different direction, taking some things of current gaming trends. And just hope it turns out well. I mean, not much was revealed on this Battle Royale mode, unfortunately, right? So it's like, yeah. Guess we're just going to have to wait more at E3 or until it's ready to be seen.
But based on what,
yeah.
but how about this? Based on what you know right now of the game, will you buy this?
Given the stuff it's doing differently, and I'll give it props for that. I'm saying that with that dumb face SpongeBob makes whenever he just buys stuff. Yes.
In its current state, you will buy this game.
Yes, in this current state, I will buy this game, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like, given the great marketing tactics Activision gave for this event, that it's definitely a different step for Call of Duty in the franchise, and I'll give it that. And it is with Call of Duty's strongest developer right now, and yeah, I mean, strange zombie mode choice aside, that too. Yeah, I probably will buy the game. Yeah.
Even though it comes out 2 weeks before Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I mean, but like that and after Red Dead 2, good luck to anything else that's going to come out, because I'm probably not going to buy it.
When was the last time you did buy a game?
That I did buy a game? I mean, I bought an Xbox One. Yeah, I mean,
there you go.
I did buy a game.
Yeah, you bought a game console, and it came with.
Okay, PUBG, which is a game.
You literally bought a game. There you go.
The last time I bought a game, maybe like the Kingdom Hearts collection.
When was that?
2017. Or...
There you go. I just asked this because off air I sent him a message like, "Yeah, you're buying Shadow War tomorrow. It's only $10," and you're just kind of like, "Nah." And my first thought was like, "God, when was the last time you played not PUBG?"
Yesterday actually.
What did you play yesterday? That wasn't PUBG. Don't say PUBG Mobile.
Oh my god!
I didn't play PUBG. I play PUBG Mobile.
Hey man, you have you to blame for this, for getting me into PUBG. It's like you're like Homer from like The Simpsons when he showed Barney the Duff beer. He was already going to college and everything, and you're like, "Hey, try this stuff," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
I've wrecked your life because I got you hooked on the PUBG.
It's like, what are games anymore, man? Everything's just Battle Royale. But for at least maybe the past just 3 weeks, I mean, I went back and played other games on Xbox One Game Pass and stuff. But I don't know, it hasn't been a nostalgia-ridden machine that I have hoped it to be since a PUBG, in a way. And then I was out last week in another state. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, on the prospect when I do work again soon, I probably will buy a whole lot more games. And I was planning on buying the God of War bundle, but I think if the prospect if I start working soon, I probably will actually get the God of War bundle. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's why you're holding off on playing God of War.
A little bit, yeah.
Really want this bundle.
I do want that bundle. Despite what people say about the design of the console, I do really want that God of War bundle. And I think
there isn't really it's the same price as buying a PS4 Pro. Now, like, there's no price increase because of the game. So, in theory,
and like with all the stuff that I need with the PS4 Pro, already, even more storage, a new controller, the game. It's like all that stuff together is like $200+. Yeah. So it's like, I might as well just trade my old PlayStation 4, get a little bit of money out of it, put it towards that new one, and just buy whatever I have to buy with the remaining. So it's like, it's not that bad of a deal, honestly. And then with the money that I would already have to be spending with all that stuff, it's like, you might as well do it.
Yeah.
So that'll be soon. I think once, I work pretty relatively soon, then yeah.
What was the last game? Last full price game I bought was called, not Call of Duty.
Well, I mean, you got my Far Cry. You got to work. Well, I mean, you didn't buy them full price, but full price games.
Yeah, they're full price games. Because for Far Cry, I traded a bunch of games, got it for $25, and then I traded a bunch of games for God of War and got it for relatively free because all my trade credit covered it.
Yeah.
But I'm out of games to trade, so I'm just straight up just paying for Detroit this week.
Mm-hmm.
But still haven't finished God of War.
Yeah.
It's such a long game. I was playing God of War last night. I played God of War for like 6 hours yesterday and earned 1 trophy in that 6-hour span.
Ooh.
And I still don't know if I'm even close to getting to the end.
So God of War is a big game. God of War is God of War.
It is, because like the thing about God of War is like every time you think you're done or you're getting to the end, a whole new thing occurs, and it's just like, whoa, okay. Like, and it changes the gameplay too. It changes to like, that changes the whole new dynamic of combat, and then it's like, oh, okay. And then new sections open up where you just explore. Like, it doesn't continue the story. You just go off the side and explore, and it's like, damn it, I have this need to where I need to explore before I like continue in the story.
Yeah, I mean, people found it akin to Tomb Raider, right? The Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, it is comparable to that, where you get the open sections. You just want to find everything.
Right.
But of course, the difference between those two games is that I feel like I could platinum God of War, where I have no desire to platinum Rise of the Tomb Raider. I talked about that like last week or two.
Mm.
So it's like, I don't want to rush through God of War. I just don't want it to be sitting there unfinished by the time I play Detroit, you know?
Oh, oof. And Detroit's like next week.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit's different. Like, it's a different game. I mean, it could be like your side thing, you know? Like, your side thing. What are you talking about like it's a woman? I don't know. It's a different game. It's just a little side palette if you want. I don't know. Take a break from God of War for a bit, having a good time, but like you see this other game.
I'm gonna take a time from this emotional epic quest to do just another emotionally depressing adventure story.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness we need Spider-Man, right?
Sony, what are you doing? You're breaking my soul.
Yeah, I know. And then you got Last of Us 2, and then Days Gone. Well, Days Gone isn't meant to be like this serious game.
No, they said Days Gone won't be that serious.
Yeah, it's like, why are all these Sony exclusives like so? So
dramatic.
Yeah, and then you got freaking Death Stranding, which kind of, on the onset looks a little like the babies and shit, but I don't know. It's Kojima, you know, he'll have his comical twist on it, right?
Yeah, like I said, Death Stranding is going to turn out to be something completely different than what we're expecting.
Yeah. Well, even from the descriptions that Kojima's already stated, we already know that. You know, we've known that for.
Like I said, I think I said this on that. It's gonna be a match 3 game or something. I don't know.
I mean, only Kojima can make that really good, right? Game of the Year quality.
It's gonna be kind of like a Quantic Dream game where you're playing through a story, but like to do actions, you have to like do match 3s like on a puzzle board, and then while you're doing that, the more successes you get, that's how better your character does in the game. To like,
I think Kojima should just make one of those cheap PSN trophy games.
Yeah, you just kind of like
the slider
watch it,
ones.
And as you watch it, you start earning trophies. You start popping while you're watching it. You know,
it's a Hideo Kojima game, and then you get to platinum, and then that's it. He just goes. He leaves.
We'll see. We'll see what comes out of this game at E3. Something.
Which one? Death Stranding? Oh yeah, because that's what Sony's bringing. The heat with 4 games.
4 big games we're highlighting.
So yes, oh my gosh, Last of Us 2. Oh my god. That I'm so excited to get blown away by. And that's it. That's all I need to see. After that, like, I'm muting the words on all social medias and Google even. I don't need to see anymore. Like, once I see that, which I hope and I assume is a gameplay from a controller, with somebody playing it, then that's all. That's after that. Yeah, that's all I'm sold. I don't need to see anymore. I literally don't, unless I see posters of it in places, or I guess like how sometimes in movie theaters they have little game advertisements. I guess
they're gonna have posters around Comic-Con. You just look away like, no, I don't want to see this.
Well, if I don't know if they would have a marketing push of Last of Us Part 2 this Comic-Con, maybe.
Probably Spider-Man. Spider-Man probably have a big push to Comic-Con.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Oh yeah, Spider-Man will, yeah. But oh man, Last of Us 2 is gonna look so good. Like, that feeling like when you watch the first one, right? The first one of the gameplay demo, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go like ultra high expectations, but like it's Naughty Dog. Come on, they're always going to. Like, you don't even have to put your expectations high, or
at least
think about.
At least you'll be able to see the control. At least you'll be able to see the controller in the dark.
With the light. Yeah, that's the sole reason Sony put the light bar on it, so then during gameplay demos you can know it's actually being played by somebody. So there you go. Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, are you excited for Last of Us Part 2 to see it? Right? I mean, you're gonna watch it. Are you gonna watch it, or are you gonna kind of stay back from it? What? I mean, will you kind of go the approach I am, where like, oh, just see this one and that's it?
Yeah, I'll just see it as it goes at like stuff I'm already watching, like E3 or whatever. But like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch more, gameplay.
Yeah, I'm not either. No, I don't. No, I don't need to see any more story trailers. I don't need to see any more details. Like, I already sold on the game already. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm fine. Yeah, unless the game has. Like...
I want it now, and I want it free on PlayStation Plus.
Okay, I'm not going that far. It will be a game that I actually purchase. Okay, we're not going. Yeah, I will actually purchase the game. It's not like I want it free on the PlayStation Plus.
If Last of Us 2 and Red Dead 2 came out the same day and you can only buy one of those games, which one would you buy?
Oh, God. Probably Red Dead. Oh, God.
Well, it was fun knowing you on this podcast.
Oh, come on. I mean, at least, put it in perspective. Red Dead 1 came out in 2010. Last of Us came out in 2013. And I could play Red Dead longer, and I could play Red Dead with you.
Well, Last of Us is probably going to have a multiplayer component.
True. But then Last of Us is going to, like, destroy me emotionally. Do I need any more of that right now?
I don't know, man.
I'm talking about this for like the current state of my mind. Like, I want to have that Westworld of fantasy playing with you. You thought it was all fun, but then I was like, oh, Last of Us 2. Oh, watch a woman get her arm chopped off by like a freaking hammer and all this crap. And God knows what's going to happen in the story to Ellie and Joel and all that. It's like, I want it for a different reason.
Okay, then. But anyway, we already at the 1 hour, 21 minute, and 41 second mark.
How in the world?
We had a lot to talk about this week. So, we can start doing the good old wrap up. So, with that, this has been the PSBS PlayStation Podcast, episode 105. I'm your host, Cody PS, and by voice host here is
Andrew Renastumblews. I probably shouldn't even mention this, but sorry, Michael, we didn't get to your question, but we probably need some more questions to gather up before we answer yours. And it's a little bit of a silly question, but we'll answer it anyway. Not to be judgmental on the PSBS, but silly questions are silly questions. But it's okay. You can really submit anything you want. Whether it's a not too personal question or a question about PlayStation.
Send anything you want, man. Send those music submissions, send us fan art. Fan art. I need to see that. Somebody send us a PSBS fan art.
I contracted somebody about a year and a half ago to get together something, but I don't think she's busy. But
yes, the t-shirts. Fuck yeah, we need somebody to design us a PSBS t-shirt out there.
I do have the money for it. I'll have to ask her about it. I only started talking to her again last week, so because I haven't talked to her in like a year.
We need to bring this back up. We're gonna talk about this off air at some point, but
oh god, yes. Probably now. All right.
Anyways. So, like I said, there's that. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty.